And now to something that could change a lot for our farmers. The federal government is taking a major step towards boosting agricultural productivity, receiving the final report for the World Bank-backed $500 million Sustainable Agricultural Value Chain for Growth program, Agrow for short, clearing the way for full implementation. Receiving the report at the presidential villa in Abuja, Vice President Kashim Shettima said the plan puts farmers right at the center of national economic planning, boosting productivity, strengthening value chains, and pulling in private sector investment.
He stands at the edge of the markets, credit systems, and value chains that ought to carry the weight of his labor. The soil has never been our problem. Our challenge has been the distance between the man who tills the earth and the system that determines what his labor is worth. And today we shorten that distance. I am therefore delighted to join you in marking the conclusion of a design process that restores the farmer to the center of our national economic reasoning, where he has always belonged. Today marks the transition of Agrow from program design to implementation. When we engaged the World Bank and requested that $500 million be earmarked for Nigerian agriculture, our objective was to develop a program rooted in the realities of our farmers, delivered through our states and capable of attracting the private investment required to move agriculture from subsistence to scale.
State governors, the Minister of Finance and Agriculture, and the World Bank all pledged their support, calling Agrow a transformative intervention that should improve food security, cut poverty, and drive sustainable growth.
Well, actually, the meeting is twofold. It is a meeting of the National Technical Working Group regarding a program initiated by the federal government as well as the World Bank on a $500 million funding purely for agriculture called Agrow. So the meeting is for the Technical Working Group to submit its report, which they have taken a lot of time to do, along with about 6 states that have been selected from the 6 geographical zones of the nation. So we are happy that we are here to partner with the federal government and the World Bank.
The governor has said this is a meeting to hand over the National Technical Working Group's report on the project planning to His Excellency the Vice President, and subsequently to the implementation institution, which is the Federal Ministry of Agriculture. And like I mentioned, we have already started all the necessary documentation, the postings and appointments. What is now remaining is for the legal opinion and the borrowing plan that will go to the National Assembly for approval, and then as the financing agreements.
And our role within Agrow is quite an important one for the sector. As you know, we're the premier agri-finance institution in Nigeria, and we bring a catalytic, I'd say, support to the program. As my own minister said, we have $500 million currently. Our job is to mobilize more capital and also unlock, funding from other development partners who want to co-finance.
This report is that this is our own report now. It's not in a situation where we find the World Bank hand over projects and programs to us and implementation. Now we formed this implementation following the pain points of our farmers across the geopolitical zone. But now we looked at the agroecological zones, looked at the comparative advantage in areas, in subnationals, in states. So now we are going to be implementing our own project, our own program, and it's going to, in line with our environment and our challenges. So definitely the implementation, if followed with the recommendation from the National Working Group, then it will see the light of the day, and our farmers will be, happy.